This is Lacy Robertson, the hardest working woman in mortgage and real estate nationwide, and I'm here to bring you this week's report of California companies that will be laying off a significant amount of workforce where we received and processed their notice between June 22nd and June 28th. Now, if you're new to me, before I ask you to like, comment, subscribe, and share this channel and or video, you're probably wondering, what does this have to do with mortgage and real estate? You said that's what you do. Why do you share this layoff information week after week? Well, I'm glad you asked, and I have an answer. Many years ago, I was getting ready to purchase a piece of property. I was excited. I was getting ready to get this asset, this house. The seller was excited. They were getting ready to get the proceeds from the sale of their asset, the house. And I was in escrow, had signed loan documents. I go back to work hours later and I find out that myself and 399 other people were getting laid off that day. No warning, no nothing, laid off. We do not need your services anymore. You can only imagine what I was going through, what was going on in my mind. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm buying a house. I just signed loan documents. I can't close on this house. I don't have a job. I'm going to make the mortgage payment. Everything was going on in my head. So I immediately got on the horn. I called my mortgage broker at the time. I called my real estate broker at the time. I said, look, you got to cancel everything. I don't have a job. I faxed over the paperwork. Yes, I said fax. I faxed over the paperwork saying I no longer have a job, that I was laid off. And thankfully, I was able to unravel the transaction. But here's the deal. I didn't get my money back. I lost some money in the process. I didn't get my down payment back. I didn't get the money I paid for appraisal inspection, a pest inspection, a home inspection. Like, that's money that I put into this transaction that I didn't get back. And so there are two main reasons why I share this information. One, what would you do differently if there was a possibility that you might get laid off? Would you not go on that shopping spree? Would you not buy that new house, new car? Would you not go on that lavish vacation? Would you like dust off your resume, update it, put some fillers out there to see if anybody's hiring in your field? Would you write that new book that you were thinking about or opening up that business that you've been wanting to do for some years? What would you do differently if there was a possibility that you might get laid off? So I want you to, that's one of the reasons why I share the information. The second reason I share this information is I want you to know that you don't have to lose your house just because you lost your job or you're facing a financial hardship. So I don't care if your hardship is due to a death, divorce, illness, injury, layoff, natural disaster. It doesn't matter. There are options available. There's like temporary options, like a forbearance plan or a repayment plan, but then there's more permanent options like a refinance, a loan modification. So there are options available for you. And I want you to know you don't have to lose your house just because you're facing a financial hardship. Now, before I get into this list, I do want to share with you what I was able to get one of my clients. Like I say, I've been in this mortgage and real estate industry, how about that, for over 18 years. I help people buy property, sell property, finance property, refinance property, but then when life deals them lemons, I help them make lemonade. I help them avoid foreclosure by any means necessary. So here's a client that I was able to help. Their mortgage payment included principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. I have it highlighted over here. Their mortgage payment was $2,334.71. They had Chase Bank at the time. Their interest rate was 6.575, but it kept going up. You see that's an ARM. Interest rate was adjustable, so it kept going up. They contacted me. They were facing a financial hardship, and I was able, I've highlighted here, I got their mortgage payment down to $1,749.53. Okay, that included principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. But guess what? You see that fixed rate of 3.49%. So I was able to save this client literally over $300, right? Over $600. I was able to help this client. So I want you to know there are options available. There are options available, and you don't have to lose your house just because you lost your job or you're facing a financial hardship. Now, just so you know, I share this information every Monday at 5 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I try to drop this information of companies that notified us, and we processed their notice between June 22nd and June 28th for this particular video. I give you the name of the companies in alphabetical order. So you may say, well, gosh, you're already at the M's. My company starts with a G. I heard some whispers. Are they really laying off? I'm not sure what's going on. You may want to check previous videos that I've uploaded and share the information because I may have covered that company. We got word of it sooner. Okay, so you may want to check those. Now, I'm going to give you the name of the company in alphabetical order. I'm going to give you the date that they're laying off. I'm going to let you know if this layoff is permanent, if it's temporary, if the company is closing. I'm going to let you know that detail. I'll give you the amount of people that's being laid off, and I'm going to give you the address. Okay, so let's get started. Thankfully, it's not a long list this week, but one is too many because I realize that this people work 99.9% of the time because that's how they feed their family. God has given them ability, a skill that somebody thought they were worth enough to be paid for that ability or skill. And it's not a hobby, but they show up to work because that's how they feed and take care of themselves and their family. So we know this is really serious, and being laid off really not only just affects an individual, the employee or past employee, but it affects their entire family. And so that's why I'm here, right? If you have a mortgage or real estate need, I want you to reach out to me at 714-914-7254. But this is probably one of the shorter lists. I have 6 companies, believe it is 6 different companies, but they could have multiple entries, and you'll see that I do have that. They have multiple entries because maybe they're laying off at different offices or on different days. So listen up. We'll get through this list rather quickly, and you can be on your merry way. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, share it, because this is valuable information that I endeavor to share every single week. So let's get it started. We have on July 21st, AAPC Lounge Services is laying off 130 people at 380 World Way in Los Angeles. July 26th, Advanced Pressure Technology is laying off permanently 89 people at 687 Technology Way in Napa. July 31st, Liberty Residential Services is laying off permanently 6 people at 12700 Stowe Drive, Suite 110 in Poway. Okay. You got it. July 31st, Liberty Residential Services is laying off permanently 31 people at 1404 Ash Street in Ramona. July 31st, Liberty Residential Services, Inc. is laying off permanently 35 people at 2915 Duck Pond Lane in Ramona. June 27th, NBC Universal Media is laying off permanently 13 people at 100 Universal City Plaza, Building 1440 in Universal City. You have June 27th, NBC Universal Media is laying off permanently 41 people at 100 Universal City Plaza, Buildings 1280. 1320, 1360, and 4250. Okay. Universal City, in Universal City, excuse me. You have July 21st, Pivot Bio is closing permanently. They're laying off 62 people, 2910 7th Street in Berkeley. You have July 21st, Six Flags Entertainment Corporation is laying off permanently 56 people at 26101 Magic Mountain Parkway in Valencia. You have July 21st, Six Flags Entertainment Corporation is laying off permanently 65 people at 8039 Beach Boulevard in Buena Park. And July 21st, Six Flags Entertainment Corporation It's laying off permanently 19 people at 1001 Fairgrounds Drive in Vallejo. So that's the end of this week's list of California companies that will be laying off a significant amount of workforce where we received and processed their notice between June 22nd and June 28th. Now, remember, if you have experienced a loss of income due to a death, divorce, illness, injury, layoff, or natural disaster, you don't have to lose your house just because you lost your job. There are options available. I've been helping clients literally for years. I've been in this business over 18 years, helping them lower their mortgage payment, make it more affordable so they don't have to exhaust all their savings trying to make that mortgage payment each month, and any mortgage or real estate need. I help. I'm here to help. I'm here to help. So feel free, pick up the phone and dial 714-914-7254. So follow me on all social media platforms at Go Lacy Robertson. That's Lacy without an E and Robertson with a T. I'm Lacy Robertson, the hardest working woman in mortgage and real estate nationwide. I look forward to working with you and for you. And until then, have a blessed day.